The Hauraki Big Show. Thanks to crave-worthy street food, freshly made with Reburger.
Welcome.
This is big.
To the Hauraki Big Show.
Really big.
With Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Monday afternoon, the 9th of June, 2025. And you, my friends, as always, listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Reburger.
Beef, chicken, vegan and vegetarian options available. Reburger, redefining the norm.
Reburger.
Yeah, boy. Mogey and your tidy whitey, your stallion, how's life?
Going pretty grousey, you mad dog, you sick son of a bee. Another beautiful day in Aotearoa, brother. A polar blast up and down the country here, Keyzie, but we don't care, man. No one's going to talk about the weather on this show, I promise you that.
Yeah. I certainly racked up the electricity bill over the weekend, I can tell you that
Did you
much,
rack
fellas.
up over the weekend,
I
did you?
racked up, mate, I racked up. Keyzie, you mad bastard, how's life?
G'day, fellas.
Keyzie!
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Monday.
Cold, eh, man?
It's not in the
Not
studio.
here. No.
There's something wrong with the heating in our studio, so we're all actually sweating.
I'm sweating bullets.
It's
Yeah,
real
man.
hot.
Yeah.
Actually, I might strip down to my T-shirt, actually.
Would you?
Fellas?
Shall we do one? Shall we do a show on the Nud? We haven't done that before.
A nude show.
A
Yeah.
topless show.
But that wouldn't really have much payoff for the audience, though, because we're mostly an audio medium.
Mostly.
And I'm, 100%.
Yeah, but I reckon if we got our kid off, old Pugs would put it on Insta.
Oh,
Don't you
yeah.
think?
Yeah.
And YouTube.
The Buzzy special.
But
Have we
don't-
still got our OnlyFans page?
I don't
Because
know,
we had that
actually.
going for a while.
The only issue that I have is I don't want to relitigate Meat Patty Nips sort of saga.
Oh, what?
Actually, yeah, good point.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, just because I don't want Keyzie because he got a bit funny.
We've got a new audience actually, and they'll be like, "Holy heck, I haven't seen anything like that before."
Yeah.
That's true.
So let's not do it.
Hey, but right now it's time for this.
The Hauraki Fight Club.
Fight Club. Come on, hit me before I love my nerve. Hit me in the ear.
That's cool, eh?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, man.
It is the Hauraki Flight Cub.
I love Flight Cub.
It's like a bear that can fly. It's the Hauraki Fight Club where two iconic artists or bands go head-to-head. You text through on 3483 and let us know which one you want to see go through to the next round. Every single text in the draw for a $2,000 speaker system. Today you're going to hear two tunes from an icon of rock,
Yes.
The Boss. Who will he be up against? You'll find out in 2 songs' time.
It's Bruce.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Well, there you go. The first contender in Fight Club this afternoon, Bruce Springsteen. Fellas.
He's the man, eh?
He is the man.
They call him the boss.
Yeah, the boss. Do you know, so many people have said to me I'm like his doppelganger.
Yeah, that's true.
Really?
that-
Yeah, he's only a little bugger as
You
well.
remember that photo that used to be out of the office there, and that we took a photo
that's
of it?
right,
And
yes.
we were like identical
Yeah,
twins,
that's
man.
true. That's
I mean, he's
true.
obviously way older than me, but there's in our features we're very similar.
Very similar,
Well, he's
I'd
not
say.
traditionally a handsome bloke, though, is
No,
he?
no, he's
Well,
rugged.
no, he's rugged.
He's
a
you
heinous.
know, he's like
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
lived. He's got a lived-in face, as someone once described mine.
Yeah. So
He reminds me of old mate. Oh, what's his name there? Hoggle off Labyrinth.
Labyrinth, yeah, the puppet, the little, gremlin thing.
Yes.
What are they, by the way?
Yeah, like a gremlin.
No, that's another movie altogether, but...
But it's like a gremlin, is your point.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
not a gremlin, but he's a hoggle.
So that's the first artist of this afternoon's Fight Club. Don't forget to text on 3483 for who you'd like to vote for.
Can I just say that I love Bruce Springsteen, and I'm bloody jealous because he's back on tour again, and he's doing concerts at around about 5.5 hours. How good.
Far
So
out,
good.
man.
How good. On the streets of Philadelphia.
I love that song. That is the bomb. Hey, you know, the interesting thing about Bruce Springsteen is apparently, you know, because he looks pretty loose and relaxed, and apparently he's a real perfectionist.
Yeah, he is.
And he works his band hard.
He does.
Keyzie.
He works them hard.
He works them hard.
He works them hard for the money, Keyzie.
Oh, right.
So hard for the money.
Yeah. Well, look, the proof is in the pudding, isn't it? There's already text flying in on 3483, people voting for Bruce Springsteen, don't even know who he's up against. I can tell you that the band that the boss is up against is from right here in New
Can
Zealand.
I just say, I think it's weird to vote for a band before you know who the band is up against.
Totally.
And
Yeah,
so,
it's
can I
true.
just say, I'm not going to count any of the votes prior to both competitors being known, right?
Yes.
So everybody's texting in for Bruce, they're in the bin.
But here's the thing, though, Mogey. For some people, he may be the number one.
Well,
There's
might
no
be.
competition.
Yeah, he might be, but I'm just telling you, I'm not counting them.
Well, it's like if, the Rolling Stones play. That's my all-time favourite band, so I'm
I
voting
get
straight
it.
away.
Yeah. But what if it was up against Bruce Springsteen?
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah.
All right, who is Bruce Springsteen up against? Get ready to text 3483 as to which one of these two you'd like to see go through to the next round. Every text in the draw for a $2,000 sound system.
Oh. Ooh. Yeah.
Oh. It's the Exponents.
This is a rocker, man.
Tune.
The Hauraki Beat Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
The Exponents here on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Monday afternoon. This is the great man himself, Bruce Springsteen. You decide, New Zealand, on 3483.
That's right. It's Hauraki Fight Club. This is still the first round, so it's to see who goes through to the next round. Every single text on 3483 in the draw for a $2,000 sound system as well.
Wow.
We'll be announcing who's going through to the next round before the end of the 4 o'clock hour. Mogey will be in charge of tallying the votes.
I'm telly man.
Good stuff, man.
Telly me bananas, Keyzie.
Hey, fellas.
Very random. What's up, Jase?
I have an issue that I'd like to discuss with you, if I may.
Oh, yeah?
I've just received a very angry text
Oh, yeah.
from my wife, of all people, which was basically...
My wife?
Which was basically along the lines of, are you completely incapable of opening a box of crackers or tissues or anything...
Cracker?
Cracker! Without completely destroying it. It looks like the dogs chewed on it.
Yeah, right.
And that's my issue. And it is something that I struggle with. When I try to open a packet of something, I end up completely...
Packet of what, though?
We'll say, for example, a packet of tissues.
Tissues,
You get
yes.
a box of tissues,
Oh, yeah.
and there's a perforated sort of semicircle.
There's an oval there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's an oval.
Yeah.
And I'll carefully try and work the perforation through, but somehow in that process, I'll rip it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And the whole thing sort of rips open.
You lose patience,
I
don't you?
lose patience.
You do.
For example, a box of crackers, you'll have... Cracker! You'll have two flaps, if you will.
Yeah.
And the flaps will be stuck together.
Yeah.
And I'll
The
try...
cracker flaps.
The cracker flaps... I'll try and loosen the flaps
Yeah.
gently and coerce it into opening with two fully fledged
See,
flaps.
You're doing it wrong, I can already tell you.
And I end up just ripping it.
So, Jace, when it comes to cracker flaps, right? You've got to stick your finger in the middle between the flaps.
Well, I stick my finger between the flaps.
And then wiggle it around.
And then
wi-
wiggle it around and move it side to side.
Try and remove
and
the
loosen
glue
it all up.
But it's worse than that, fellas.
Can I just say, it sounds like your eyesight and your milky eyes might be playing a part here, because you're probably, if you look at one end of the box of crackers, it'll say open other end. And it sounds like you're ignoring that, because if you ignore that, sage advice, then you end up with a cracker box that looks like the dog's been in it.
But it's even worse than that. Is that once I've destroyed the flaps,
Yeah.
and I'll be effing and jeffing going, why can't I open anything without destroying it? I then get to the cellophane where the cracker are inside, and I'll try and rip that open.
Too weak.
And somehow, I'm too strong, Mogey. I'll rip the packet so that it goes slicing down the side, if you know what I mean.
Instead of just opening a beautiful little...
A perforation, I actually rip it open, and it rips down, and so the crackers sort of fall out a little bit. And then I grab a couple of crackers, and I put them to the side, and then I just sort of stuff it all closed.
Yes.
And my wife comes home looking to have a cracker, and it's like, what is it? What are you massively uncoordinated? What is your problem?
Yeah. Well, as I say, Jase, there is a technique to getting into the cracker flaps, which is you stick the finger and you wiggle it around, you move it side to side, you open things that way. And then are you gripping both sides of the
yes,
the
obviously,
plastic and pulling?
Yes, but maybe too vigorously.
Yeah.
And then pulling too vigorously.
What about when you actually have the cracker out? Are you sticking that in your mouth okay, or are you somehow getting it in your eyes or something?
Often I'll bite them and they'll fall in, break in half.
Bite in half, yeah. What about when you get sent like a package, a courier package? Is it the same thing? When you're trying to tear into a package?
Oh, they're a nightmare. And, I end up getting a knife out and slicing through it because I can't. And then I, slice whatever's inside it.
You don't use your teeth?
No.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
June, fellas.
Man, that takes me back.
Boy, oh boy, I tell you what. What a weekend it's been, and especially for the Warriors. What a match. The fellas just on fire at the moment. With that in mind, we've got Warriors legend Charlie GUBB on the phone with us. G'day, Charlie, you mad bastard. How's life?
G'day, fellas. Life's good, man. Feeling the best I've felt for a while.
Yeah, man, get it in you, brother. What's your feeling about that game there, Charlie? God, you feel it. I mean, I was sitting there watching it. It's 12-10 at halftime. You think you're in for another nail-biter. We get out to a pretty healthy lead again. You're thinking to yourself, well, there's going to be an inevitable comeback from the opposition, as there always is. But there isn't, mate. We just keep on piling on the points. We're scoring tries in different ways. It's not just from kicks. Got to be pretty happy.
Oh, I couldn't be more. You just watch that game with a smile on your face, eh? The way we, like you said, we thought it was going to be arm wrestle in that first half. It was very even, but we came out, and I don't know what our completion rate was, but it was very high, and kept handing the ball over in the right positions, and we ended up making Sharks look very ordinary, and we just looked super tough, eh? They were struggling to get out of their half. Every time they were kicking it, Chance was getting it back to the 40, and we'll just have Dallin and RTS running it back. So, man, it was good to watch.
G'day, Charlie GUBB. Keyzie here, man. Hope you're well.
He said he was good, Keys. He's already said that.
No, I was just double checking.
Oh, right, okay.
Hey, Charlie, one thing, heading into this game, obviously Mitch Barnett out, knee gone for the season, which is a massive shame. And then we find out Wade Egan, our hooker, is also out. So you've got Sam Healy coming in. Guys like that leaving the side traditionally would have a huge impact. However, guys like Jackson Ford and the two young blokes, Leka Halasima, Dimitrik Vaimonga, really stepping up, and the error rates of all the young players have disappeared. Like, how has Webster managed to even how do you even cut that out of people's games?
I'm not too sure. It's probably just more about that self-confidence.
Yes, confidence.
We talked about when they were all playing their best, and I think it was 2023.
Yeah.
Everyone was having career best seasons, and it seems like it's happening again. So he seems to be able to, get the best out of each player. Not so much as a team, but they're all just happy to, and they're not, they don't have that stress. If they're listening to Hoyte the other day when he was just bagging Dallin, Dallin
exactly, man.
Caught that ball.
Yeah, well,
exactly right. The thing that it looks like to me, man, number one, you've got culture. Number two, what Webster's been doing is he's just had them playing simple footy. So all they're doing is getting their completion rate as good as it can be. Like Keyzie said, getting the errors out of the game. We haven't seen Jackson Ford drop a ball for weeks, when it was something he did every single week, if not twice a week. That kick chase and pinning them down in their corner, and they've just worked on that week after week after week. And then these last 2 or 3 weeks, they've started adding in a bit of flair. Now, there's a lot more offloading, which was not happening at all, and they're starting to spread the ball from inside their own 20, moving out of danger. Now, those are just recent add-ons, and as a result of that, now we're starting to see some attack coming into it. And as soon as you get that happening, you get that second phase ball, now we're starting to see some points get on the scoreboard.
Mate, all great statements, Mogey, and I think you hit it on the head. They're really just falling into their systems. And I was talking to someone the other day that played for the Bunnies, and he was just saying when they come up against the Warriors, they just played boring but played tough the whole game. They just stayed in it, which, they obviously put the Bunnies away. But I think probably those offloads are coming from just straight playing tough. If you notice on the weekend, every time we went wide, we turned it back in towards the middle. We were just kept going back to the middle, turning.
Tell those kids to shut it, Charlie.
Oh mate, lucky we better ban the anti-smacking bill, mate. But no, anyway, where was I? Yeah, I don't know. You just got to be happy with them. You just got to trust the process.
Culture, brother.
Can I also say, without being a dick here, the whole confidence thing, when you're feeling confident and you're feeling confident in your game, it's amazing how everything sticks. You know what I mean? And everything seems to go your way. You get the rub of the green, and it's all to do because you're feeling confident about your game. If you're not, then the opposite happens. You start dropping sitters and stuff like that. You know what I mean, Charlie?
I know what you mean, brother, because you're just repeating what me and Mogey had just said, bro.
Yeah, I know. But confidence, they're obviously massively confident in their game at the moment.
And each other, Jase.
And each other, yes.
Oh, mate, worth repeating. They're just confident. They're happy. I mean, you look at the interviews in the sheds there, everyone's happy. It's just like you and the fellas. Like, when you're getting on, it's good. But obviously last week there was obviously an issue behind the scenes and things just weren't flying with each other.
Am I right in saying, by the way, and I'm probably not, were there 4 21-year-olds in that side?
I don't know.
Don't know.
I remember watching the commentary afterwards, and they had like 4 21-year-old
Wouldn't be
players.
surprised. Or under 21 even.
Yeah,
because
probably under 21.
Nick is 19, 20.
Yeah, he is. You're
young
right. He's
fella.
19.
Which is a great sign for the future.
Just quickly, fellas, before we send Charlie off, we've got to do our Porter King player of the round. Remember, if you're in Wellington and you need a Portaloo, hit up Porter King. Who you got for us, Charlie?
Well, I'm going to go the late notice call, and I'll give it to Sam Healy. I thought he was super strong at hooker, and we couldn't have done it without him.
Unreal, isn't it? That
He
you
was
get
great.
caught up late like that, and you just run from dummy half whenever you want and make 15, 20 metres every single time out the gate.
Good,
Out the gate, come on.
good stuff, fellas.
Thanks, Charlie.
Thank you very much, Charlie. We'll chat to you next week, mate. Oh, week after.
Week after,
we're on
we've
the
got a
bye.
bye.
All right. We can still talk to him anyway about other stuff.
Yeah, true.
Portaloos.
Yeah, Portaloos, maybe.
Thanks, Charlie.
Yeah, ring me. Yeah, ring me next week about the Portaloo.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Marcy Playground there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Monday afternoon. The time is 4:52. Let's talk TV. What's on the telly with Mike Minogue?
Yeah, whatever.
Yes.
Mogey.
Hi, Chris,
Yeah.
man. Hey, this weekend I had a bit of time in bed because I'm a little bit sicky boy in that, and I watched Furiosa,
Mad
a
Max.
Mad Max saga. And I hadn't watched it because I absolutely loved Mad Max Fury Road. Loved that. I thought that was the film of the year. Should have won the Academy Award, but it didn't. If you haven't seen it, watch it. And I heard this one wasn't very good. This one's got Anya Taylor-Joy, or Anya,
The Queen's
is that her
Gambit
name?
girl?
Yeah, Queen's
Yeah.
Gambit. Her eyes are really far apart. And so she's in it, and old Thor, Liam Hemsworth, is it? Or Chris?
Chris.
I always get them mixed up.
Yeah.
They're both so hot.
Very.
And he's in it. And it's a similar sort of a yarn, but it's not as... it's a bit slightly more convoluted. But it's really good. Definitely worth a watch. Great action sequences. Probably half an hour too long, but... for lying in bed and giving it a good geeze, yeah, it was a bloody ripper. Definitely worth a watch if you haven't seen it. I think it was on Netflix. I can't quite remember.
How many buzzies out of 5?
That's a good question, Keyzie.
Is it?
3.5 buzzies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So not like amazing, but pretty
No,
good.
mate, but absolutely you should watch it. If you've got nothing to watch, she's a goodie.
Chris Hemsworth is hot.
Oh, he is.
I
And
just don't like him as an actor, actually.
Weirdly, in this one, he appears to be doing a straight rip-off of Heath Ledger as the Joker,
Right.
which is fine, but an odd choice.
Yeah. I just don't really like him as an
Yeah,
actor,
yeah,
weirdly.
yeah,
But
yeah.
anyway, by the by, I watched the final episode of Mobland.
Oh, damn it! So
On
did I.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, so did I.
Very
Wait,
good.
do you want to wait and discuss it
No,
tomorrow?
Mogey already has.
Have I already discussed
yeah,
it?
last
No,
week.
have I?
Yes, yeah, you did.
Did you enjoyed it?
I did.
Buzzies?
3 7/8 buzzies.
How do you feel about that last shot of Pierce Brosnan? That really cheered me up. I thought it was very funny.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
I watched some really great telly, fellas, but I'll chat about it tomorrow because right now we have to announce the winner of the Hauraki Fight Club exponents fee Bruce Springsteen.
The Hauraki Fight Club.
Welcome to Fight Club. You have to fight.
Every text through that voted on 3483 in the draw for a $2,000 sound system, and old Mogey's been counting up the texts.
That's right. Now, I want to be very clear. I don't know how everybody else does it on each of the other shows, but the way I do it is I'm not going to count any votes that come in prior to people knowing what both the contenders are.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense. So based on that, I've counted all the votes from that point on, and I've made a percentage out of it. With 53, and I'm not making this up, with 53.85% of the vote, Bruce Springsteen
Wow, that's
defeats
so close.
the exponents
Very
and goes through to the next round. So your vote does count.
It does
Get
count.
it in there, another 500-600 votes, and that would have swung it the other way.
Yeah. So that'll be back again tomorrow morning, by the way, on the Brekky Show, getting it underway.
How good. Hey, listen, coming up after 5 o'clock, we're going to talk a bit of men's health with old Mark Sainsbury.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently the breakfast fellas have had a bit of a go at us as well, guys.
Yeah, something about us giving away heaps of cash or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Pathetic. Yeah.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
You're welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope you're getting through your Monday okay. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Reburger.
Serving good times and good food. Dine in or take away at Reburger today.
Reburger.
Chips.
Hey, fellas, just don't forget as well, got the old backbone burger still at Reburger at the
Oh,
moment.
they do. They still do that.
You don't
Yeah.
need to tell me that, Keyzie.
Well, just for the listeners, Jason.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's 2 100% New Zealand beef patties, layered with cheese, mounds of glorious streaky bacon,
Mounds.
finished with a classic combo of aioli and ketchup, all in a soft toasted milk bun.
Hey, and while you're at it, why don't you get some fries with that?
Chips.
Such a good idea, man. The chips are great.
Chips are good eating, man. Have
They're
you tried the
delicious.
chips, Jace?
Yeah, I have.
Did you have Reburger over the weekend, man?
To my eternal shame, I did not.
Oh, really?
I had many times where I wanted it, and I went, this is actually becoming a problem for me here.
Yeah.
Were you gagging for it?
Every third day is not good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Should be every second day.
It's like it's a treat, a real treat, and you don't want to overdo it.
Yeah.
I ate Reburger for 6 months, every single day, every single meal, and I got ripped as.
Really?
Yeah.
When was that?
Oh my God, is that how you did it?
That's how I did it, man.
I must have
That's
missed
the
it.
trick.
Why didn't you
Yeah.
mention it?
I think some things are just for me. And if people knew how easy it was to get ripped on Reburger, every
Fair.
bastard would be at it.
Yeah, true, actually.
That's totally fair, Mogey.
And if you're ripped, you don't want everyone else being ripped as
No,
well.
what's the
No,
point?
no.
If
Yeah,
everybody's
yeah.
ripped, then no point.
You want everyone
exactly.
else having saggy buzzies and stuff.
Exactly.
Now, listen, coming up, apparently the breakfast fellas had a bit of a go at us on the show this morning.
Again.
We
They're
need
pretty
to-
mean. It's
Yeah,
bullying,
yeah, it's
man.
I mean,
horrible.
we did their show. They had the day off, for God's sake.
Where's the thank you?
Thank you, Mogey.
Yeah, thank you, Mogey.
Yeah, no worries.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Rolling Stones there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Monday afternoon. The time is 11 minutes past 5 o'clock. Now, you'll recall, of course, we did the breakfast show last Friday. We did a double header, fellas.
We did a great job, I thought. I was very proud.
Yeah, I thought we muddled our way through it okay.
It's
Yeah.
good enough. I was absolutely buggered by 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how those guys do it, man. They're weapons, eh?
What, chat for 3 hours?
Total weapons, yeah, for sure.
Exhausting stuff.
But apparently, they had a bit of a go at us today about something we did on the show.
Yeah.
I can't think what.
Well, what I think it was they have the breakfast show Mastermind where you get $50 and you call up and you just have to answer a few questions on a particular topic. And if you don't get 3 of them right, then that money jackpots. I think it had jackpotted 9 times or 8. I don't know what the maths is.
450, I recall.
Yeah, 450 was the amount it had jackpotted that many times, and then we gave it away by chance.
Yes.
When the Mastermind topic was Hauraki Big Show. Was it? I can't remember.
Yeah,
It
it
was,
was.
yeah.
Well,
it
you were
was.
still steamed, of course.
Yeah, big night the night before. Anyway, apparently they were having a go at us, fellas.
Just what's disappointing to me is the way that the Big Show treated that segment, which, as I said, has been built up over the last 6 months as one of the premier radio segments in New Zealand. They treated it with a lack of respect, in my opinion.
Well, I think what I've realised is something I should have cottoned on to earlier, and why they were not as disappointed about the punishment as I thought they were going to be was because it was more them, an opportunity for them to talk about themselves and pay people to talk about them as well. They paid Josh, was it? $450 to sing their praises. And so it's shown me that nothing's below them, but it does mean that we've got only $50 to give away, and that I'm disappointed for.
Yeah, I'm disappointed about that too.
Particularly, have a think about all of the people. Sorry, Jerry, to cut you off, but have a think about all of the people in the lead up to that 450. The people that missed out on 300, 250, 350, because they had to bust their humps to answer some very difficult, sometimes too difficult questions, just to have that 450 given away for Yellin Backbone.
Yeah,
I mean, it's heartbreaking, isn't it?
Well, I mean, there's some massive inaccuracies there for a start.
Yes.
The listener answered 3 correct answers. Isn't that how it works?
That's the rules of the game. We asked them how the game worked. We then wrote questions, and the listener got them all correct.
Yeah.
Can you guys remember what the questions were? I think I was still...
One of them was, what did you have for breakfast this morning?
Yeah, that's right. What do you do for a crust?
Oh, what do you do for a
another
crust?
one, and then the final one was, what's better, the Big Show or the Breakfast Show?
That's right. And he got 3 out of 3.
He did.
Boom, $450. Now... Did the text machine fill up with abuse straight after that segment?
It did.
Possibly.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Were we cracking up about it? Maybe.
Look, the prizes are there to be given away. Can I say that?
You can.
And it feels like they're just dragging it out day after day after day. So, clean slate there. He was really happy.
He was
great way to end the week. It was. I mean, it did wonders for the breakfast show. People will be tuning into that now because it was a real highlight of the last sort of month or so. And so I think it gives them a good opportunity to take that blueprint moving forward.
And I tell you what, we posted that on our Insta, I think, and the numbers went through the roof.
Huge.
So many people happy for. Was it Josh? Was it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, did we post it on our Insta? I don't remember that. Oh, wow.
You were pretty steamed.
Oh, was
Keyzie.
I? Was I steamed, was I? I'm sick of them having a go at us.
Yeah.
I can have a go at myself, thank you very much.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah.
Well, one thing we're good at is having a go at ourselves.
Exactly.
Thanks, Keyzie, man.
Hey, up next, G-Lane versus a coin, fellas.
Oh, that's right.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Radiohead there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Monday afternoon. A bit of rugby action over the weekend. And with that in mind, let's talk to ACC head G-Lane.
ACC head G-Lane versus a coin.
Oh, yeah. That's where we get G-Lane in from the ACC to talk through his Super Rugby picks. He knows everything about gambling because he's a degenerate. We put him up against a coin who's got a 50-50 chance of getting things right. How did we go over the weekend? It wasn't the quarterfinals. It was a weird 3 games, not 4. But anyway, there's some entertaining stuff.
Hey, I will not have a bad word said about how this finals format has rolled out, okay? It couldn't have been... more innovative than this.
Oh, here we go.
Because, do you know
Chiefs
what?
get another bite of the cherry. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Everyone's fallen into our trap, our Chiefs mana trap. We threw that game, obviously. A lot of big money flies around big rugby around Auckland.
Yeah.
So we did our bit. We get another bite at the cherry this weekend against the Brumbies.
Well, they did kind of save because everyone was bagging the finals format, and they've saved it.
Yeah, they have.
Now it all makes sense. The opening game, though, Friday night there, the Crusaders hosting the Reds and toweling them up 32-12.
They were a bunch of Queenslanders had to go over. They went from 21 degrees to -1 degree. If you saw footage of them on the sideline, they were under duvets.
Yes, there was sideways sleep going on there.
It was like getting Sri Lanka or India over to play the Black Caps in sort of early November.
In Dunedin.
Down in Dunedin, It's a guaranteed victory.
Still the first ever test match where I've seen slip fielders wearing beanies in a test match.
So, G-Lane, you would have picked the Crusaders. Who did the coin pick? Did we pick the Reds?
We did, yes.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Sorry, the coin did. So that's 1-0 to G-Lane.
Yeah.
The Saturday night primetime game, the Chiefs hosted the Blues, went down 19-20.
I did warn you the Blues were coming into form.
I know, I couldn't. I just didn't want to admit it, but they played finals footies. Bowden Barrett is coming into form at just the right time. He has got some BDE. And they just wore the Chiefs down. They were lucky not to have 14, 13 players on the field at the end there with the amount of infringements, but Yeah, I picked the Chiefs.
So
great game, though. It went literally down to the last second.
So this means, though, that the Chiefs now play the Brumbies for a spot in the final?
Yes, this weekend back at in Hamilton. And the irony is, if the Blues manage to tip up the Crusaders, the final's back in Hamilton. It's a rematch. It's Chiefs versus Blues.
So you took the Chiefs and the coin took the Chiefs as well. So no money there.
What?
No money there.
So just 1-0.
Far out.
9:30 Saturday night. The Brumbies hosted the Hurricanes. The Brumbies won 35-28.
Yeah, step too far for the Hurricanes. They'll be disappointed to end their season that way. They would have been hoping for a dead rubber that game. They would have been hoping the Chiefs would have won, so that game meant nothing. In the end, it meant everything, and they couldn't get it over the line.
Wow.
Yeah. So you took the Canes.
Yes.
The coin took the Brumbies.
Oh.
1-1?
So it's 1-1, yeah.
1-1 into the finals.
1-1 out the back of that into the finals there.
Hey, Lane.
Yeah.
Before you go, how good Foxy, eh?
Oh.
Jeez, what's going on?
Oh.
Two PGA wins in a month.
Yeah, that was to watch this morning. They had to go to a playoff. 4 times they had to go back to the 18th tee.
Yeah.
And then he went, you know what, I'm going to win this. And he got a 3-wood.
Three-wood
off the carpet.
Over the water. Unbelievable. I was listening to the breakfast show this morning and you were saying, I think he was 3 back with 4 to play.
Yes.
And you're saying no show. And then he
birdied.
I love a guy that goes for the win. He's Tin Cup. He's Tin Cup, man. He's not taking the drop. He's going for the hole. He is out the gate.
He is, and he's an absolute crowd favourite because he was up against an American at the Canadian Open. So every single Canadian adopted Foxy. The All Whites were there. They'd just been playing Ivory Coast.
Yeah.
So they were up there. He's won himself $3 million.
Fun fact as well, the coin actually chose Ryan Fox.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What
is
$3
weird
million?
is it's $3 million, and you feel this sense of pride from you. You know, you feel he's a real little battler. He's just won $3 million for God's sake. He's no battler at all. He's got shitloads of cash.
I know, but he's got like a G-Lane build. You know what I mean?
I wish I could hit a ball like him.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Yes, indeed. Weezer there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Monday afternoon. Now, in our podcast outro today, we were talking a bit of men's health. And so it's kind of fortunate, actually, that we've got our old mate Mark Sainsbury in the studio with us to talk a bit of men's health. How are you going, Mark, you mad bastard?
Yeah, well, not bad. I mean, probably a lot better since I've been involved in this, I think. Isn't it amazing as we get older, we start getting a bit wiser about different things?
Well, particularly our health.
Yeah.
Or, in my case, you get worse and you get more belligerent and you get more stuck in your ways and you go, nah, I'm sweet as, mate. No worries.
There's always got to be an outlier.
Yeah, well,
that's right. A lesson for everybody else, you know. You're the warning tale that others will tell their children. And we were talking earlier on, Jason only got a really sore foot last week, absolutely killing him. And instead of going to the doctor, he ignored it, and now it's fine. So, you know, what kind of idiot would go to a doctor? And I'd like to hear you defend that, Mark, because what he's saying is making sense.
Well, we spent a whole year, whole year's campaign with just saying, go to a doctor. Because there were so many, and guys especially. And look, when you're young, you feel a bit bulletproof, and part of that is true as you get older. But the great thing about going to a doctor early is you get a benchmark. So you know what your blood pressure was, you know what your cholesterol was, that sort of stuff. But guys, it's just that... harden up, take a concrete pill, don't need to go, all that sort of stuff. And you see horror stories.
Yes.
Absolute horror stories. There's a lot of stuff. It's like prostate cancer. Most of us, and the 4 of us in this room will probably die with prostate cancer.
Not of it.
Yes.
And it's one of those things, you get to it early, you can nip it in the bud, you know?
I think I saw a stat, maybe it was something you sent through, that there's 16% more deaths from prostate cancer each year than there is from breast cancer.
Yeah, and we've always avoided getting into this.
Well, it's a competition, and this is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know. And it's,
why do we talk about breast cancer when there's prostate cancer? I'm only kidding. But, there's not as much awareness around it, is there? And particularly when you think about men who are so reluctant to go to a doctor, you'd think there would be more chat about it to try and get them to go to a doctor.
Well, there should be, but you see, that's the whole thing. I mean, we're not going to say, well, look, because much more was spent on women's health than on men's health, let's cut back women's health. No, let's just start getting into areas with men that are actually going to make a difference, you know. I was at a function last year. There was a guy there who's speaking was about prostate cancer, and he said how his doctor was saying, don't worry about it. You know, people are getting too worried about this prostate cancer stuff. It was a mate, doctor. Turned out he had it, so it wasn't detected, and the result was certainly not as, it was terrible.
Well, it happened with my father. He had blood in his urine. And his wife knew about it, and he's like, no, it'll be sweet as. And he was finally convinced to go to his GP by his wife, and he went along there and he said, what's the story? He said, well, I've got blood in my urine. How long's this been going for? He goes, a couple of weeks. The doctor goes, look, it happens to me all the time, man. After about a month, it stops and you'll be sweet.
You are effing
What the hell?
Yeah.
What?
And he went home and told his wife, she said, I think it's time for us to change GPs.
Yeah.
Far out.
That's a shocker. Yeah.
That's just unbelievable.
Now, listen, I'll hold it there.
Can I just say, we've got Mark Sainsbury in here, fellas, because it is, in fact, Men's Health Week. It starts June 9th, runs right through to the 15th, and this is a week that people have basically put together because it can help save men's lives. It's about going out and getting yourself checked, even if you aren't old, even if you aren't feeling sick. It's about just, as you say, establishing a baseline.
And the other thing is, even if you're putting off that trip to the doctor, if you go into our website, menshealthweek.co.nz, we've got this thing called What's Your Score? You do a self-assessment.
Yes.
Now, I ran into Jase outside here and I said, look, you need to do this.
Yes.
He said, I've just done it.
Oh,
yes, we've all done it. So
we got sent it, Mark.
Yes.
We did it online.
Well, should we come back and have a yarn at that?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. We'll go to a song, we'll come back.
Do you want to have a dance with me, Mark, while we wait, man?
Bit of exercise.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Hello, Sailor there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Monday afternoon. It is Men's Health Week, and with that in mind, we've got our old mate Mark Sainsbury in with us, and we're talking about the importance, basically, of men taking better care of their health, of going to see their GPs, of making sure that if something isn't feeling right, and even if something is, you feel tickety-boo, to get a checkup every now and then to see where you're at.
Yeah, because we all do it, don't we? Think,
yes,
I've got something. I'll put that off. We'll be better by Monday or whatever. We're terrible guys. And the other thing is, women especially have been so used to prodded and poked and sort of, because of their unique biological functions. They don't. I mean, they're just used to it. But guys have this thing. We even used to get we used to have the old rectal test.
Yes,
digital rectal test. Oh, is that going to make me gay? And you're going, no, honestly, we've been asked that.
Yeah.
We've been asked that. Yes.
Mark.
It doesn't make you gay, but it doesn't mean you're not.
Yeah.
You can't rule it out, Keyzie, all right?
Tom,
totally.
I have to tell Tom my rectal story.
Tom or Mark?
Oh, sorry, Mark. Sorry.
It's Tom doing a Mark Sainsbury impression.
Tell us your rectal story, man.
This is a true story. When I had, and I wasn't expecting it to happen, I was just going for a general medical, but he gave me a rectal exam.
Yeah.
And he did the old finger thing. And when it happened, call it a nervous reaction, if you will, Mark. I started whistling, just inadvertently. I started going.
From the mouth.
From the mouth, and I know I could tell the doctor was sort of giggling because I could feel his finger moving, and that is true. I mean, that's horrific, but it's true.
It's no longer digital anymore, is it?
It can be blood. It's a blood test now, isn't it?
Look, they do a PSA test, and that's pretty much some you hear some doctors say, look, it always sort of helps some things that might miss it, get it, but it's not as critical as it used to be.
Right,
and it's just a matter of just getting these things sort of checked. Just regularly, and also it stops the angst. It's like I'm convinced I got dementia because I couldn't, find the car keys and all that sort of thing. I mean, it helps.
Well, Jase just called you Tom.
Yeah, well,
right.
I
mean,
yes. I don't think rectal and Mark go in the same sentence. So I'm quite happy with that.
Sure. Mark, what about if you've got, say, a friend or a colleague who's older than you and quite often does have health things, but they refuse to go to the doctor? Because one of my colleagues goes to the doctor every time and gets fixed pretty quick. The other one doesn't, and I won't say who's who here. What can I do as a friend to encourage them to get along to the doctor?
You just got to keep chipping away at them.
Okay.
Because, look, they'll tell you you're a prick or whatever for leave me alone, I want to make my own decisions. But when they go to the doctor and get something sorted out, they will actually thank you. So that's the other role we've got to have. Guys have got to encourage other guys to get out of this, she'll be right, I'm super tough, don't worry. And encourage people to do stuff. You've got to tell your mates, And that's the other thing, was we all get into that whole thing of, we don't talk to each other. And we went to a men's shed this morning. Timmy Green and I, my fellow director. And one of the guys remarked how guys got on really well there because they stood in a workshop and they stood next to each other.
Right.
All right, so they weren't looking directly at each other, so they were far more comfortable.
Yeah.
Did you hear
Happy
what?
to chat.
Did you hear that, Mogey?
I did, man.
Good on you, mate.
Thanks, mate. Now, with these what's your score thingamajiggies, this is where you can go in. You're answering around about 15 questions, it feels like. They're all yes or no. It's over in about a minute flat.
That's right, Men's Health
What's my
Week.
score? Is that what you've punch in there?
What's your score? It's at menshealthweek.co.nz.
Yes.
Very good, Keyzie. Yes, it's at menshealthweek.co.nz. What's your score? And this is our... this is sort of, well, pretty much been the same. 16 years Men's Health Week's been going. But this thing, it's look, the idea of it, a lot of the questions are designed to prompt you into things like, when's the last time you had a skin test? And a lot of guys were going, I've never had a skin check.
Yeah.
And that just sort of puts it in your mind. And it just gives you an idea of where, because we're not into the lecture business. We're not into telling people you're bad, you've done this and you're good or whatever. And encourage, there's no point saying to people, give up the piss, stop eating bloody burgers and KFC and do all this and and do it all right. It's not going to happen.
No.
So you've got to, small steps encourage people to sort of front up to the issues.
Now, the three of us have filled out this What's My Score. How did you go, Keyzie?
Well, the highest you can get is 90, and that's very bad.
Yes.
And the lowest you can get is about 18, which is very, very good. I scored 62.
Oh, well done, man.
So I'm in the middle bracket where it might be time for me to tighten up a bit on my health routines.
Think more about how you're eating and moving, Keyzie.
And I know that is the sort of era of my life that I'm in now, where I need to start doing that.
Yeah, because that's a shocking result.
Oh,
I got 44.
Oh, wow, well done.
It says here, well done. Looks like you're making plenty of great healthy lifestyle choices and keeping in control of my health. Outside of being sick every day of my life, that's true.
Yeah.
How'd you go, Jase?
I am shocked by your score.
Yeah, that's huge.
I got 67.
Wow.
So me and you are about the same.
Jase, you're nearly in the top bracket, man.
Oh, well, isn't it the middle bracket?
No, you're in group two.
You're nearly in the worst one.
I'm nearly in the...
You're 3 points off 71 there, or, that next group up. Jeez, that's terrifying for you,
The thing
man.
with this, though, yours could change really quickly.
Yeah.
Yes. You might be just a couple of little things on that you change, and suddenly you score. You're in the
Mogey era.
You're in the Mogey.
Yeah, but it's funny because Mogey's in that bottom one, but he had scurvy last year, so I don't know how that works.
That's right.
But of course, if you would like to take the test as well, head to menshealthweek.co.nz. Don't forget it is Men's Health Week, runs right through to June 15th. Mark Sainsbury, thanks for coming in.
Hey, thanks, Keyzie. Thanks, guys. Been really good.
Good on you, mate.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Ozzy Osbourne there in the bush.
That song's called No More Tears, by
No more tears in the bush.
It's about onions.
Oh, okay. Hey, now listen, coming up after 6 o'clock, apparently Mogey's a bit upset.
Mogey's Volnies, Mogey?
He's not happy.
And also, a bit more Waz chat.
Yeah.
Woo.
Well, look, Mogey's found some amazing stats around the Waz game at the weekend.
Well, because you guys know we're doing this fight club at the moment. It's Icon versus Icon. It's a bit of a rock and roll competition. But that's got me counting up the votes and doing all the stats. And so that got me fizzing for the stats. So I've been going over it with a fine-tooth comb over the Warriors. And we'll have an in-depth chat about that later on. After 6. Yeah.
It's a real...
Jase, you're going to love it, man. Keyzie, you'll definitely love it, but Jase, I think you're going to absolutely love it.
I look forward to it. Just quickly, is someone eating a Thai curry in here at the moment?
No, not at the moment.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope you're surviving your Monday. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Reburger.
Crave-worthy street food, freshly made with Reburger.
Reburger!
Good stuff, fellas.
Yeah, man.
That's
how we do it.
Hey, do you remember earlier in the show when we were talking about cracker flaps?
Yes.
And basically, Jase, you struggle to open boxes properly.
Yes, and packets
and stuff, and trying to get. You got to open the flaps of the cracker packet a certain way. Usually, I use a finger. Someone's text here, a bit of advice for you.
Yeah, oh, great.
G'day, fellas. I use a bluntish paring knife. I slide it gently under and along the top flap. I then cut the cracker bag with a sharper knife.
Yeah, it's too many steps.
So you have two knives.
I mean, it's like Keyzie's stainless steel bloody pan the other day. Too much admin.
Yeah, exactly right.
Well, then just for those just joining us, was just how to cook with a stainless steel pan and have it never stick.
Yeah.
So you don't have to have a non-stick pan.
Get your eggs out a week before. That's the trick.
No, you just make sure they're room temp.
And then shake them up really harshly in their shell.
I didn't say that. But I thought that was a great piece of advice. So maybe just get 2 knives, a blunt one and a sharp one, and you'll be tearing into them cracker flaps in no time, man.
True.
Yeah, okay, great stuff. My wife will be happy to hear that, Keyzie.
It's good advice, man.
How does she open them?
Successfully.
Has she ever taken you through the steps on how to do it?
No, she
Rather
hasn't.
than criticising how you do it, maybe she could help you.
Thank you, Mogey.
Yes.
Yeah, because in my experience, teaching Hoyte J something always goes down really well.
Hey, coming up,
lady.
Mogey's a little bit upset. And we need to talk to him about it.
You all good, man?
Yeah, I guess.
No,
But
we'll
not
talk.
I mean,
really.
we can talk it through.
We'll talk it
Okay.
out.
All right.
Okay.
Not happy.
Led Zeppelin, man.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Mutton Birds there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Monday evening. Mogey, what's up, mate?
Well, fellas, I was on the old Instagram over the weekend. Been feeling a bit sickly, so I was just sort of doom scrolling my way through there and sort of noticed that I've been tagged in a post by the Hauraki Big Show and Radio Hauraki NZ.
Oh, yeah.
Wherever you get fantastic content. So I went into the messages there and I clicked on it and I went and had a little geeze over there, and there had been uploaded a post from the Primavera Sound Festival in Barcelona.
Yes, Barcelona.
Yeah, beautiful place. And the caption underneath reads, Mike Minogue's been spotted at Primavera Sound Festival in Barcelona.
Barcelona?
Isn't it just Barcelona?
No. And what you can see there is a couple of backbones up on stage, absolutely giving it death, and, about 100 losers out in the crowd. But it pans around, and in profile, you see this really hot dude with a reasonably sized nose. And he gets zoomed in on as if that's what I look like.
Yeah, it's kind of a tall, big honker on him, salt and
Great
pepper
physique.
hair. Well, okay, not really. He was just a big skinny guy, to be honest. Quite lanky. Generous sized head on him.
And a massive honker.
Big Adam's apple. He's done. The thing I guess that's disturbing about it is how I immediately wondered if I had been in Barcelona. Because there are absolutely similarities.
Hang on, are you telling me that's not you?
Nah. But I'm beginning to wonder if I was separated at birth from somebody, because this guy looks exactly like me. He dances like me. And by dances, I mean
Shuffles.
sort of nods his massive head
And honker.
back and forth in hopes that it doesn't tip him over.
The old honker nod.
You've heard the phrase doppelganger, of course?
Yeah, doppelganger. Well, that's what I think this is. And this guy here, yeah, I don't know, man. It's sort of, he's got a look on his face. Now, he doesn't know he's been recorded, but he looks like a kind of guy that feels like somebody's always recording him because he's such a weapon. Now, I showed this to my wife. She cracked up.
Yeah.
And then about a minute later, she said, "Oh, no, you're better looking than him." I was like, well, that's too late.
Yeah. A minute later.
That didn't occur to her to say that for a full minute.
Because what she did in that minute was process the fact that does look like you,
Yeah.
and then realise that reflects badly on her.
That's right.
And then
made
say,
her wonder why she was with
With
me.
you.
Yeah.
And then finally she snapped out of it and thought, oh, he's probably feeling bad.
Yeah.
And probably during that minute you were blowing your massive honker full of snot into some sort of rag of some description.
Like a hanky.
Like a hanky, yeah.
Or just my T-shirt.
Well, Jase, you and I get tagged in a lot of stuff online.
Oh, is that right?
And it's like, oh, Hoyte J spotted here. The classic one is you as a caveman. You know that one?
Yes.
That one's funny. Because it's like so close. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And then my thing is that there'll be like a guy, like a weird looking dude, and as long as he's got a moustache, people will be like, oh, Keyzie. I got tagged in
Some
one
kind
today.
of freak show, yeah.
Yeah, some freak show's going on. It's old Keyzie.
But those are funny, and I just don't really get what's funny about this one.
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
Jihad there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show. Now listen, fellas, are you aware that it's field days this week?
Oh!
And what a festival of agriculture it is too. And we've got an exciting announcement, don't we, Keyzie?
We sure do, Jase. Of course, Field Days is on this very Wednesday. Runs right through till Saturday at Mystery Creek in the beautiful Waikato area there. Everyone knows about Field Days.
Yeah, man.
It is a Kiwi institution at this point. However, there is a special area dedicated to Case IH, who make amazing tractors. There is a huge backbone tractor that's been plastered up. And if you get yourself along to the Case IH area, there is a code word on the backbone tractor. Okay?
This is smart.
This is smart.
Real smart.
It'll say, here's the code word for the big show. And then Monday coming, once you know that code word, call us when we tell you to. Say the code word, get $1,000. It's that easy.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
What would you do with that $1,000 tractor money, fellas?
Buy a deposit on a tractor.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what? Like a Case IH tractor?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know if $1,000 will get you very far, man.
Well, there's such good tractors, though.
No, I know, especially if you want the next generation Puma featuring the latest in tractor technology like automated hands-free steering.
Yes.
You know what I mean? $1,000 deposit, come on,
Yeah,
man.
that's right, because as we were saying last week, the sheep can drive them.
Oh,
They
that's
can,
right.
yeah. That's how
yeah.
easy it is.
So you could technically have animals just farming one another now, and you could just
Absolutely
be at
right.
the pub
Absolutely
or something.
right.
Having a few beers.
Yeah, I find that so unbelievable.
That's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, it
yeah,
really is.
amazing.
Well,
You're
I
right.
mean, it's how it is these days. Technology just keeps going and going, doesn't it?
But would you really put a sheep in charge of like hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of equipment? It's a huge piece of equipment.
Yeah, I mean, there's the obvious. Like, it's just that you can. I don't know if you would.
Yeah, right,
there's
okay.
there's some hurdles to be leapt with insurance.
Yeah. Well, then you'd have to declare the sheep as a driver.
As a driver,
and so you
exactly
could've
right.
just
So
put,
then they have to sit their license, which
Yeah.
isn't particularly practical. So there are, but the point is, if you wanted them to, they could.
Yeah, right.
Dog is fine.
Yeah. You know,
Why
worst case scenario, we need the sheep to drive the
tractor.
The tractor.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. But
you've broken your ankle on the farm
If there's
there,
an emergency.
and there's an emergency
Yes.
going on, get the sheep in there.
Yeah, right, okay. So would you recommend, Mogey, then having like maybe 3 or 4 sheep and just figure out which ones are the smartest and then just
No,
get...
you can have the dumbest.
Yeah, it could be the biggest durbrain sheep
Yeah,
ever.
yeah.
Really?
Oh,
Totally.
Wow. Hey, if you want to win $1,000, go and find the Backbone tractor. It is at site M30. Write down the code
Yes.
word, and then the following Monday.
30.
That's right. The following Monday, call through when we tell you to say the code word. You can win $1,000 thanks to
Yes.
Case IH, man.
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
Jimi Hendrix there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Monday evening. Let's have some more Waz chat.
Time to chat footy with me, Keyzie. What are the Warriors up to? Yeah.
Can I just before you get into your stats there, Mogey, very quickly, can we
Don't
can
you
we
dare.
change the
Do
steam
not.
to what's on the footy with me, Keyzie?
No, that doesn't. No, it's what are the Warriors up to?
Yeah.
What's on the footy? That's completely different. That's any footy team.
What's on the Waz?
Well, look, let's have the
Well,
chat afterwards
yeah,
because,
fair.
we're distracting from the great stats that I've done. So what I've done is, currently, Keyzie, and you'll know this, man, but we're sitting for a share of first place at the moment, pretty much, even though the Bulldogs have got a game up their sleeve, which they're playing tonight. So it's us. It's the Canberra Raiders who have beaten us twice this year, and it's the Bulldogs. So I thought I'd have a look at our run home.
Oh my God, I've done this.
Have you done this?
Yes.
It's exciting. So have you done it already, recently?
Not. We just sort of glance. I personally have glanced over it,
Yeah,
and I know
yeah,
that we
yeah.
have a lovely season.
It's
to go.
pretty good. Well, we've got about 12 games left, Hoyte J.
Yes.
Out of those 12, we've got 2 byes.
Which are wins.
Which are wins, and 6 home games.
Ooh.
So that's pretty good. Out of possible 12, we've got 6 home games, 2 byes, pretty good. So this is what we're playing. We're playing the 13th place Penrith.
Probably without Nathan Cleary and their State of Origin guys, because State of Origin is in Perth, and then 3 days later they have to come all the way to New Zealand and play.
Yeah, right.
Although the Panthers are going so badly, there is a chance that they do play.
Yeah, we're just going to have to wait and see, aren't we? So, first of all, we're playing the 13th placed Penrith, the 8th placed Brisbane. So that's one in the top 8. Then we've got a bye, 14th place West, 15th place, that must be, who would that be, 15th?
15th is the Knights.
The Knights, Newcastle, yes. Then we play the Titans, who are in
last.
17th. And then we play, I think it's the Dolphins, who might be top 8. Then the Dogs, St George, Gold Coast, Eels and Manly. So we only play in our final stretch 2 top 8 teams.
Wow.
So that's not bad. The Dogs, the doggies there, they have got 1 bye left. They are playing 5 top 8 teams. And they've got half a dozen home games. So they've got a pretty tough run home. Canberra Raiders have got the easiest run home that I think I've ever seen. They've got 3 byes left in their last 12 games.
Wow.
They haven't had a bye yet.
There's a long
They've
stint.
got 3 byes. They are playing 1 top 8 team. And that team is the Broncos, who are sitting in 8th.
And look terrible.
And the other teams that they are playing, listen to this. So this is the order. A bye, 14th place, 15th place, 11th place, bye, 16th place, 15th, 8th, 9th, bye, 13th and 14th.
They're going to finish top of the table.
They
That
are
is
going to finish
outrageous.
top of the table. That is the easiest run. The only question is, will they be a little bit underdone?
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then with the doggies, my question is, they haven't played finals footy for a very long time, so I think they might have a bit of the wahs about them from a couple of years ago
That's
and
right.
shit the bed.
The other thing with the Dogs too is their run up to this point has been very easy.
Yes.
So and the Storm are iffy too, man. What I'm predicting, and I can't believe I'm about to say this, Raiders 1, Waz 2.
Yep.
End of the season.
Yep,
And
I
then
think so
probably
too.
Storm 3.
Yes.
How crazy, Jase.
Okay,
yes.
Honestly, after watching that game, this could be our year.
I know, right?
It could be our year.
It could be, though. It's the closest it's been for so long.
Absolutely. And the beauty of it is there's no Penrith absolutely dominating everybody else.
That's right.
Oh, I'm fizzing.
Should we book tickets?
Yeah, man.
The Hauraki Big Show Podcast.
Well, there you go, your massive Backbones Monday show done and dusted. Now, listen, if you're a fan of podcasts, you need to check out the Big Show podcast and the podcast outro, don't they, fellas?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
man.
If you've enjoyed today's show and you want a little bit more, we do extra content every single day. It is called the Hauraki Big Show podcast outro. Comes out at 7:30 every night. Here's a clip of today's one. So you went up there, you enjoy it?
Oh, is that right?
I told him where to go.
Oh,
It's only all right, though.
Yeah.
One day I'll tell you where to go, and you'll say, yeah, it was
tell
great,
me where
Keyzie.
to go, Keyzie.
Am
Yeah,
I
I
right?
can tell you where to
Yeah.
go right now.
Hey. I mean, that is good stuff.
It's great stuff.
Yeah, that's in a podcast.
Yeah, that's right. And also, Pugs does a best of every single day that you can listen to there.
Oh, man.
Check it out. It's amazing.
Is it best of or is it the whole show?
It's the whole show.
Oh.
That's
so
stunning.
it's all the garbage as well. It's
Yeah,
not
all the
best
crap.
of.
All the crap.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
but
the
none
whole...
of the music or the ads, though.
Now, Mogey, go home, go to bed.
I'm going to go home. I'm going to have a shower.
Oh, hot.
I'll get a little something I should eat.
Oh, yeah.
I should. And then I'm straight in the old in the
Sackaroonie.
sack and I'm out, mate. That's
The old
me. I'm
fart
done.
sack.
Surely, man.
Good
this
stuff,
is
mate.
week number 3 we're into now. It's a piss take.
Yeah.
Now, Keyzie, what are you eating tonight? Do you know?
Apparently, we're having a Thai green chicken salad,
Oh, yeah.
which my wife made. It's very, very nice, and it's very healthy as well.
Yes, yeah,
In
no,
this
sounds good.
weather,
What do you mean?
in this weather,
Yeah.
a salad. Nah.
I had a salmon salad on Saturday.
Did you? Yeah. Yum, though. That's different.
Thanks, man.
Well, how's that different? What are you having for dinner, Jase?
Dunno, Keyzie.
Sick.
Hey,
Oh,
you have a great day.
It's been a busy day.
And we'll see you tomorrow. Till then, bye.
have a great day, even though it's nighttime.